Hi, we've been talking about insights from my book Thrive, mindsets and skill sets needed to succeed in a world dominated by smart machines and intelligent algorithms. So, we've been so far talking about mindsets, and in that same series, today we're going to talk about how it is important to develop an athlete's mindset. So, this mindset is characterized by the simple phrase that deliberate practice is the womb in which high performance is birthed. What do I mean by that? So, typically, you'll find that athletes are probably the single most kind of people who understand the importance of training your mind and body and doing that together. Of course, actors are as well. We will talk about actors when we talk about the actor's mindset. But right now, when we are looking at an athlete, so what do they do typically, right? So they understand the importance of training not just your body, but also your mind, which means that they have a practice that they follow to train your body and to train your mind. Every single coach who's worth his while understands this, and they would much rather have someone with the right mindsets to train with rather than have someone who is a great performer but has a completely wrong mindset, right? Who's not training his mental acuity. Great performers in terms of athletics or sports are those who are able to bring their mind and body in alignment at the time that it matters the most. It is not about being top performer all the time. It's about understanding the situation and rising up to the situation. The question is, how do they do that? Again, that is where the mental fitness and the strength comes in. Not just that, you need to also understand that there is a whole lot of things that is going on behind the scenes. Number one, there is no professional athlete that you will find who doesn't have a coach. They understand the importance of having a good coach. A good coach can easily make a good athlete into a better athlete. They understand the nuances of the sport. They understand what it takes from a mental training perspective as well as a physical training perspective for someone to perform at the highest levels. They also understand where you're going wrong. They have a third party perspective, right? So they're not too close to the athlete themselves, but they are one of those people who can actually talk to the athlete, make sure that they are in the mind space and physically and mentally ready when it comes the time to perform. Athletes also understand the importance of humility. You may be a Rafael Nadal who's world number one, but you go into a tournament and there is a possibility that you might lose the first game or the first match. It teaches humility to them. So that is why you'll find that really truly great sports persons are always humble, whether it is Sachin Tendulkar, whether it is Federer, whether it is anybody else that you can think of. They also understand the importance of practicing their craft. They practice at low stake situations, which is during their practice, warm up, and all of that. They also practice minute things. So, for example, if you take the example of running, they practice how they start their sprint. They practice how they end their finish. They practice the movement of their hands. They practice how and where they land. They practice how they sit and stand. They practice what they drink before a run. Whether if you take tennis, they practice backhand strokes, they practice slices, they practice forehand, they practice serve. Every single aspect of what goes into a high performance, they practice it until it becomes second nature to them. Why should we be different? We are professionals, of course, right? So if we are professionals, we need to do the same kind of effort, same kind of practice in our daily lives. We need to find low stake situations and practice the different aspects of leadership, of performance, whichever field you are in, whether it is in sales, marketing, development, operations, finance, whichever field you are in. Identify what are some of the key skills that are required in order for us to succeed in that field and practice them to perfection. Last but not the least, it is important to rise to the occasion. You need to understand that given situations, some situations are high stake situations. Performing in those situations matter the most. And that understanding of the stakes involved is what makes us different from the algorithms and machines that we speak about. And the ability to elevate our performance in those high stake situations is also what differentiates us from the machines and algorithms that are surrounded us. So, my friends, develop an athlete's or a sports person's mindset. Look at a coach. You need not hire a professional coach. You can look at someone else as a coach. Indian tradition has Eklavya, who looks at someone and learns from that teacher without actually having been taught by the teacher. We can do so as well. Identify what the key skills are, develop a practice, have a coach if possible. Develop an athlete's mindset. Thank you.